You're listening to the Spark Radio Network, Internet radio like you've never heard before. Innovation, creativity, and imagination are all said to begin with a spark. So fasten your seatbelt and take the ride of your life and listen for the spark.
You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
Hey, this is John Preston, Marine Combat Veteran and Pacific Records recording artist. Just reaching out to have you check out our new album, Battle Cry, Songs of America's Heroes, an album featuring phenomenal other combat veteran artists like Scott Brown of the Scooter Brown Band, Ryan Weaver, Rowdy Johnson, just an incredible mix of people. This is all veterans telling our stories and our lives, and we're giving 100% of our proceeds to the Valkyrie Initiative to help veterans and first responders integrate back into society. I myself have battled with post-traumatic stress for many years and lost my own brother, a Marine Corps veteran, to suicide. I ask that you step with us and make this happen. We are in pre-order right now and release on March 17th. Go to iTunes, go to Amazon, buy. We plan on making the charts and making it at a very high level, and your support right now makes a difference. This is the release of my new song, Superman Falls, which is actually about the loss of my own brother, which happened last year, and I would love for everyone to check it out, to listen, and hopefully it'll make a difference in many lives.
If you're 85 or younger, would you like peace of mind and comfort for your family? We're Final Expense Direct with an urgent message for you. The average funeral today costs over $8,000, but the most you'll get from government benefits is $255. How will your family pay the difference? We can help. Our senior plans start as low as just $1 a day and pay up to $30,000 for a funeral and other final expenses. Peace of mind is easy. There's no medical exam. You'll have lifetime coverage, and your plan can't be canceled as long as you pay your premiums. Call now for free information about our senior plans. Answer a few simple questions and receive approval right on the phone. Plus, call right now and we'll give you a discount prescription card for free. Call 800-553-8687. That's 800-553-8687. Again, 800-553-8687.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it. There to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
Sometimes riders feel lost, unsure why a passage may not be working. It takes another set of eyes to help us nurture our writing into full maturity. At Black Wolf Editorial Services, we strive to enable writers to develop and grow, offering manuscript critiques and line edits through a mentoring editorial style. We also offer assistance on generating a writer's bio for your websites. Black Wolf Editorial Services, nurturing your writing into maturity. For a full list of services, visit blackwolfeditorial.com.
Here's George Foreman with InventHelp.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been helping inventors for more than 30 years and has sales offices nationwide. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. If you have an idea and want to try to patent it and submit it to companies, you should call InventHelp today for free information.
Listen, I can't guarantee a company will be interested in your idea, but I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
To get your free inventor's information, call 1-800-353-6490. That's 1-800-353-6490. Again, 1-800-353-6490.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
You're listening to the Spark Radio Network, Internet radio like you've never heard before. Innovation, creativity, and imagination are all said to begin with a spark. So fasten your seatbelt and take the ride of your life and listen for the spark.
You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
My name is Jessie. I'm a United States Special Forces widow. This gives me a unique perspective on the world around us. If you're willing to listen, I'll tell you how I see it, and I won't pull any punches. This is my POV, which stands for point of view.
All right, this is Jessie. How y'all doing? Oh, excuse me. How y'all doing out there today? All I'm going to say on the state of affairs going on around the world. What a mess. I mean, it has been absolutely beyond the pale how disastrous most of this stuff is. It's just a constant chaos of what's going to happen next. And trust me, the reason I'm running a few minutes behind schedule is, guess what? I was trying to find you the best information on Tomahawk and cruise missiles. I'm still working on that, even as I'm on the air. I have not stopped. When do I stop? Come on. Now, it looks like, and you're going to have to take, I can't prove it, but Mattis is going to go brief Trump. We already know Trump ain't a happy chappy. He does not like what Bashar al-Assad did. He is absolutely fuming. And you don't have to take my word for it.
Before we begin, let me say a few words about recent events. Yesterday, a chemical attack that was so horrific in Syria against innocent people, including women, small children, and even beautiful little babies. Their deaths was an affront to humanity. These heinous actions by the Assad regime cannot be tolerated. The United States stands with our allies across the globe to condemn this horrific attack and all other horrific attacks.
Yes, Trump was pretty upset about it. I mean, he may not have been pounding his fist on the desk in a 2-year-old show style of temper tantrum, which I think we're all grateful for. Now, he did not set a red line. That was the previous administration. However, Trump may do what Obama did not. Trump may be the one to act. So, that leaves us all going, what is a cruise missile? Well, I've been working on that since you know I like to bring it to you from the beginning. They're generally fired from ships, they're unmanned, and they're guided by GPS. And I think I've got some audio queued up for you that's going to help explain it better than I can. So let's take a listen. Now, if I've got the wrong clip, we will work on it. Hang on. Nope, not the right audio. Alright, let me see if I can find it. Give me 1 second. Let's try this one.
Cruise missiles are less risky because manned aircraft would be exposed to both Syrian and possibly Russian air defenses. Cruise missiles are unmanned aircraft which carry a 1,000-pound warhead. They fly close to the ground below enemy air defenses, guided to their targets by GPS satellites.
Alright, and that was courtesy of ABC. That's the briefest, quick summary of what a cruise missile is. Now, of course, I immediately mentioned something about cruise missiles to my favorite air defender. And he went, well, they're hard to shoot down, but we can get them. And I'm like, I'm talking about us launching them, not defending against them. And he went, oh. Why do you say that? And I was like, well, Mattis is heading down to Mar-a-Lago to brief Trump, and that's been put out by the media. There's been no confirmation, but all I can say is if Trump does this, I mean, even Hillary Clinton is saying take out the airfields. Even Clinton is going, no, this guy's got to be stopped. So, for those of you, and I don't go into U.S. politics, I really try to avoid them. I really try to avoid them. Why? Because that's not what this show's about. But I just have to say, it sounds like there's a consensus on taking out Bashar al-Assad. Now, remember, who props Bashar al-Assad? Russia. Who's friends with Russia? Iran. Who trades missile technology with Iran? North Korea. And China is not happy that we're bringing THAAD, Terminal High Area Altitude Defense, I believe it is, to South Korea because they say we're going to use the radar to spy on them. And I just think I got an update across my phone. One moment. I think we just did it, folks. I seriously think we just did it. Give me just a moment to get there. Dave Brewer just shot me a message, so let's see if we can find what he's talking about. I'm not seeing the article he mentioned, but he is saying reports are coming through on Fox News that we have launched dozens of Tomahawk missiles. Now, dozens of them into Syria. Tomahawk is a form of cruise missile. It's the same one we used in Libya. I am not seeing anything on the web, and I have not seen anything flash across AP, but I'm waiting for it. It should happen while we're live on the air. This would be a huge, huge thing. Alright, folks, what we're going to do, I'm going to continue with a couple other stories while Dave Brewer, my fantastic partner in everything, gets me some links. I haven't seen it come across my phone, but that doesn't mean it's not accurate. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to commercial. And I'm going to go check on this, and I will see you on the other side. Alright, so we are going to take that commercial break a bit early, because this is huge news.
You're listening to the Spark Radio Network, internet radio like you've never heard before. Innovation, creativity, and imagination are all said to begin with a spark. So fasten your seatbelt and take the ride of your life and listen for the spark.
You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
Hey, this is John Preston, Marine combat veteran and Pacific Records recording artist. Just reaching out to have you check out our new album, Battle Cry, Songs of America's Heroes, an album featuring phenomenal other combat veteran artists like Scott Brown of the Scooter Brown Band, Ryan Weaver, Rowdy Johnson, just an incredible mix of people. This is all veterans telling our stories and our lives, and we're giving 100% of our proceeds to the Valkyrie Initiative to help veterans and first responders integrate back into society. I myself have battled with post-traumatic stress for many years and lost my own brother, a Marine Corps veteran, to suicide. I ask that you step with us and make this happen. We are in pre-order right now and release on March 17th. Go to iTunes, go to Amazon, buy. We plan on making the charts and making it at a very high level, and your support right now makes a difference. This is the release of my new song, Superman Falls, which is actually about the loss of my own brother, which happened last year, and I would love for everyone to check it out, to listen, and hopefully it'll make a difference in many lives.
If you're 85 or younger, would you like peace of mind and comfort for your family? We're Final Expense Direct with an urgent message for you. The average funeral today costs over $8,000, but the most you'll get from government benefits is $255. How will your family pay the difference? We can help. Our senior plans start as low as just $1 a day and pay up to $30,000 for a funeral and other final expenses. Peace of mind is easy. There's no medical exam. You'll have lifetime coverage, and your plan can't be canceled as long as you pay your premiums. Call now for free information.
Our senior White House correspondent John Roberts is
just
live
a few
at
moments
Mar-a-Lago
of Fox
in South Florida,
audio
where
from,
we await word. John?
As this is such a breaking story.
And Shep, I've just been told by a senior administration official that President Trump did not call Russian President Vladimir Putin prior to these cruise missiles being launched at Syria. We had thought, Jennifer Griffin and I were discussing this earlier tonight, that perhaps because of the fact that there are so many Russians who are in that country, and Russians who might have been, as Jennifer Griffin was saying a short time ago, manning some of those anti-aircraft batteries, that the president might in some way telegraph to the Russian leader what was about to happen, not necessarily to seek his permission for it, but to say, you've got a lot of people in that country, tell them to take cover. But apparently there was no direct contact between the president and Vladimir Putin, though we should probably say that the posture of the United States over the last few hours has been such that any military leader worth their salt would probably get a good idea that something was on the way. Now, how did the president come to this decision? We're still expecting to hear more about this tonight.
All right, we're going to break away from this. We have actually launched cruise missiles into Syria. This is amazing. I'm going to keep an eye on the coverage. And if they bring us something worth breaking in for, I will flip back. I have it open in a separate window. I cannot air consistent Fox News audio. And I have never said this before on my show. But given the incredibleness of this story, we're going to cut to my last story, and we are calling this show. We're going to do a couple of serious stories, then skip to my last story, and we are ending this show with something special tonight because John Glenn, astronaut John Glenn, who died back in December, was laid to rest today at Arlington. So, there were approximately 40 cruise missiles fired at military facilities in Syria. That is what the reports I'm finding. I'm now starting to see it hit the internet. While he was meeting with Chinese leader Xi Jinping. So, this president is definitely saying, we're strong. You do something we don't like, you're going to know about it. I mean, this is clearly a show of strength from the United States. And like I said, I am stumbling around. I am trying all my usual sources, trying to get something I can bring to you more concrete. I haven't even seen it on AP. Here it is. I finally found it. It wasn't AP, but we're going to discuss it real quick. President Trump ordered a cruise missile strike against Syria early Friday local time in retaliation for the chemical weapons attack that killed approximately 86 people. The attack, the first conventional assault on another country. Hang on, I just lost my spot. The attack, the first conventional assault ordered on another country by Trump, comes one day after he declared that the chemical weapons assault had crossed many, many lines, including the deaths of 27 children. Now, USA Today is saying 50, Fox News is saying 40 missiles, so we're just going to say 40 to 50 missiles fired from a U.S. Navy vessel in the Mediterranean Sea struck the airfield where the Syria-based warplanes used in the chemical attack were based. The attack essentially follows the plan that the Pentagon had set out in September 2013, according to a senior defense official not authorized to speak publicly about the operation. The plan was devised after President Obama had set a red line on the use of chemical weapons. Now, as we know, Obama didn't have the guts to follow that through. In 2013, military planners had used land attack cruise missiles launched from Navy destroyers offshore. For weeks, the Navy had 4 destroyers floating offshore awaiting the order to strike that never came. All right. According to the options Pentagon planners had developed, it was the airfield, military command and control centers, and air defense systems and troops. Any attack puts at risk hundreds of U.S. Special Operations troops in eastern Syria who are advising local ground forces in their fight against Daesh. The concern, according to the official, is that Assad could order a counterstrike targeting the Americans. There's also the risk that the attack could kill Russian troops, which have, of course, been propping up Assad. We don't really want to piss off the Russian bear, folks. We really don't want to annoy the Russian bear. We really don't want to go there. The Pentagon, which has been bombing Daesh targets in Syria since 2014, can provide extra air patrols to protect those troops, but they would still be vulnerable to attack by surface-to-air missiles fired by Syrian forces. I mean, the deadly chemical attack was very horrific. I gotta say, President Trump, You did it. We won't know for a while what the fallout and blowback from this is going to be. It could go on for days, weeks, and even months. And I'm starting to see more and more on the web. I'm going to get you as many sources as I can. We're going to break into Fox Audio for just a moment and see what they've got to say.
Or fighter jets, which were essentially Syrian regime pilots, dropped those bombs on that town, and we saw the aftermath of that. We understand that this base, Shariat, was the target because, as you mentioned, there are airstrips there, but most importantly, it is where some of the Assad regime's chemical weapons, the chemical agents that they are used to weaponize, are stored. Remember, back in 2013, when President Obama decided not to go ahead.
All right. So the base was Ariat, and like I said, I cannot bring you a constant stream of Fox News audio. It is illegal for me to do so, but I can bring you bits and pieces. I'm almost at the limit of what I can do. So, Syria's civil war has been devastating. It has been a horrific thing, and I cannot say anything good about Bashar al-Assad using chemical weapons against his own people. I just can't say it. There's absolutely nothing good to be said. All right, folks, since everything I'm finding is outdated news, and if you are listening to this show, you are probably wanting to get the news that I can't bring you live. So I am going to say a couple final words, and I told you we are calling this show early. Besides, my throat is killing me. My throat is killing me. Here's what I have to say. Godspeed, John Glenn. Godspeed. And for those of you that weren't tracking, I did mention this, that John Glenn was buried in Arlington today. That is Senator, Congressman, astronaut John Glenn. All right, folks. There's too much breaking news your host can't accurately cover because I can't just bring you the Fox News audio or the CNN audio. Oh, Secretary Tillerson speaking. Give me a second. That we can do.
Responsible for this attack. And I think further it is very important that the Russian government consider carefully their continued support for the Assad regime.
Well, instead, the Russians have said...
Okay. The Russians are backing Syria. And our whole government doesn't want to necessarily annoy the Russians, but we also don't want to be seen in any way to support a dictator. All right. Now it's coming out everywhere. All right, folks. Godspeed, John Glenn. Just as a reminder, you can find me on Twitter at Jessies POV, and I will be back with you tomorrow night, and I will be able to cover this tomorrow. And like I said, I just don't have all the resources together to respond that quickly. We'll get it together. We'll do it tomorrow. I'm out of here, folks!